Are you sick of wrestling with complicated AI tools just to get one blog post out the door? It feels like you're wasting so much time. And for what? Generic content that doesn't sound like you and doesn't drive results. Let's be real. That AI slop, full of made-up services and a brand voice from another planet, just isn't going to cut it. I'm going to show you how to use Brainiest AI Blog Applet to go from a simple idea to a fully optimized, high-quality blog post, step by step. By the end of this, you'll be creating amazing content for your business without the headache. So, just what makes Brainiest AI so different? It's all about the applets. You see, most AI tools give you a blinking cursor on a blank page and expects you to be a professional prompt engineer. Brainiest throws that whole idea out the window. It uses these focused applets built for specific marketing jobs, like, you guessed it, writing a blog post. Instead of fighting with prompts, you just answer simple questions about your business that you already know the answers to. The applet guides you through forms where you tell it about your company, your customers, and your unique brand voice. This context is what separates a strategic piece of content from generic AI filler. The system is designed to deliver quality results that are specific to your business needs, without the usual AI weirdness. Alright, let's jump in and create our first post. To access the blog post creator, we're going to go up here to Content Creation, Blogs, Text, and SEO, and right at the top, we have Blog Post. We'll go ahead and click that. This takes us to the main applet. We have tabs over here: General Information, Blog Post Specifics, Brand Voice, Product Service, Target Audience, Call to Action, and our valuable SEO. And then we have Generate, and we can select our model between fastest and latest. This is a little bit of awkward wording here, but latest is going to be the most current model, and then we will have our older model, which will be the fastest down here. And they both give pretty good results, although I usually just prefer to use latest. We'll go back up here to General Information. Now, as you can see, I've already entered my company name, which is Samuel Art. That's my channel. If I had a web page, I could input the web page here. These are some options you probably won't use too often on your blog, but they are very valuable to have. Who's going to be the person of contact in your blog? Well, that would be me, Samuel. But I'm going to leave that blank because this is just going to be a generic post. I don't need to add my YouTube URL or an email. And right here we have social media handles. Now this is pretty useful if you want to include your Instagram account, Facebook, or maybe even a Twitter. You can add that right there. Next, we'll go to blog post specifics. Now this is where it gets really interesting. We can actually adjust how long we want this blog post to be. We can cap it out at 2,000 words, or we can create a really small post of only 250 words. We're going to have a real small post for this one. I'm going to use this as my community post on my YouTube channel, so I don't want it to be too long. We can go over here to Tone for Blog Post. Now this gives it a little bit of personality. We can select the tab and we have quite a number of options. Do I want this to be an inspirational post? Or maybe just a humorous post? Or perhaps just a friendly post? We have quite a number of options, so you can pick one that best depicts the type of style you're trying to post as. For this, we're just going to make it a nice, friendly one. Are there any specific points or features to be highlighted in this? Well, let's see here. We have a new Brainiest AI tutorial series on my YouTube channel. That was a couple of videos ago. So let's make this a little bit different. New series about posting a blog. And it would help if I spelled this correctly. There we go. Posting a blog using Brain. Let's see if this makes sense. New Brainiest AI tutorial series about posting a blog using Brainiest blog creation. Let's just add the word "the" to help it out a little bit better. Now, is there anything else related to this that you would like to include? And it gives you a few suggestions down here. Include any reviews, media attention, or behind-the-scenes details. Well, for this particular post, we're not going to do any of that. And finally, are there any restrictions or sensitivities related to this product or service? This can be really helpful to avoid certain words or phrases that you might not want to appear in your blog. For this though, I'm just going to leave it blank. We'll move right on to brand voice. Now, brand voice gives you plenty of options. As you can see, I've already entered a few in here. I want this post to be friendly and helpful. You can add whatever type of phrases you want, such as encouraging or maybe cheerful or serious, whichever one suits the type of personality you want to project in this post. Next, we have brand voice examples. Now, this is a really powerful option here because it helps define your brand voice. Now, a brand voice is the constant personality and tone a brand uses in its communication. From videos and captions to emails and ads, it shapes how people recognize the brand's character, whether it feels bold, friendly, thoughtful, playful, or trustworthy. For this one, I'm just going to paste in my YouTube description. That should be enough for my brand voice examples. Next, we'll move on to product service. I won't be using this for my post because I really don't have a product to offer, but we'll go over it anyway. We have name of product service, so if you're trying to sell something, you would just input that here. The description of the product or service, that would go right here as well. Now, since I'm doing a video, I could probably put the video title right here and a description of the video, and that would help out here. Something to consider. We also have down here unique selling points. Are there any special points that you want to specify in this post? You would place those right here. And finally, what problem does the product or service solve for the target audience? This could be pretty valuable to share with your customer the benefits your product has to offer them. Again, for this one, I'm just going to leave that blank. Let's move on to the target audience tab. Now, this is where we can add even further customization. Just who is the target audience for this blog post? For this, I'm just going to copy and paste in people curious about content generation using AI tools, particularly Brainiest AI. I think that'll be good enough. This tab is pretty simple and straightforward. Let's go ahead and move on to call to action. Now, this is pretty useful because what if we want our viewer or reader to do something? Well, here's where we can put that suggestion in. What action would you like your readers to take after reading the blog post? For example, it gives you these options: perhaps purchase the product, sign up for the newsletter, or visit the website. You can put whatever you need right here. I'm just going to paste in what I have here. Take a look at the new video post on creating a blog using Brainiest AI. Again, this tab is pretty simple. We'll just move on to the SEO now. Keywords that we can use. Now, this is really important. What are our primary keywords we want to use in this post? This will help for search engines to detect and help post it where it needs to be when things are searched for. As we move our mouse over keywords, we get this pop-up explaining what keywords are. It says, keywords are the words or phrases that people use to find your blog post. This is really important. The keywords I picked out here are Brainiest AI and tutorials, since this is a tutorial on how to make a blog post. I don't need marketing assistance. I have no idea why this is even here, so let's go ahead and remove that. And let's change it to blog posting. And then we can have blog generating or generation. I think that sounds a lot better. Blog posting and blog generation. Perfect. For this, I'm not going to add any meta description. This is really helpful though if you have a website or you have an actual blog site where it's drawing that metadata from. And finally, the moment where we get to generate our first blog post. Again, we have two options. We can select fastest or latest. I always generally use latest. The results can take a few extra seconds, but I always think they're just a little bit better. But you can switch between each one to see which results you like best. We're going to just click generate here. Give Brainiest just a moment to process, and our blog should be ready pretty soon. So let's take a look at what it generated. Right at the top here, we have our title. And this one sounds pretty good to me. And right below it is going to be the bulk of our blog. This sounds pretty good. As with any AI-generated content, you always want to review what it generated. You never know if it may have slipped in some mistakes. But Brainiest is usually pretty accurate, and I rarely ever find any mistakes in it in all my use. So let's go ahead and just look over this really quickly. It created a few subcategories for us, which is handy. What is Brainiest AI's blog post applet? Here's a full breakdown. It includes topics or keywords, choose your tone and style, generate content, edit and personalize. This sounds like stuff we're trying to convey in this video, doesn't it? And it looks like our closing out is why use Brainiest AI for your YouTube channel. That sounds pretty good. Really makes you start to think a little bit, right? Integrating blog posts and community updates can boost encouragement and keep your audience informed. I like that. Oh, and we even have a call to action here. Ready to see Brainiest in action? Yeah. Why, yes, I think I do. Well, take a look at the new video post on creating a blog using Brainiest AI on my channel. Thank you for stopping by Somniart, where creativity meets technology. Now I kind of like that. Now, what if we don't like this post? Well, we can go all the way back up here and just click regenerate, and it'll come up with another variation of this. And there we go, a new generated blog. Now I kind of like this one a little bit better, but I don't like the way it added Maya, Guy, and my Blender tutorials to this. Since this really isn't a key feature for this video, I think we'll stick with the original blog that was generated. Now, suppose you do want to access that first blog that you generated. Is there any way to do that? Well, thankfully, Brainiest provided a way to do that. All we're going to do is go over here, switch between versions. We'll click that. And now we have our original blog right back. Yeah, I really think this one is the winner, so we'll use it. So, let's recap. We set up a profile to give AI context, customized our post with a specific tone and keywords, generated a complete draft in seconds, and then reviewed it for authenticity. With the Brainiest AI Blog Applet, you're not just making text. You're creating a strategic asset for your business that will save you a ton of time. You get all the efficiency of AI without giving up the quality and brand voice that actually gets you results. If this tutorial was helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. I'd love to hear what you're planning to create with the blog applet, so be sure to drop a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.